Hello friends, and welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleecher. This channel is all about planning and budgeting. So if those are topics that you are also interested in, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you along on this journey. Today we're going to be closing out my family budget for the month of September. But before we did that, I just have two very quick announcements. First of all, my secret giveaway of the Budget Mom Budget by Paycheck workbook is still happening. So I announced this giveaway in my budgeting video 2 weeks ago. I'll put a link to it in the description box below because there's still time to enter the giveaway. The person who won the giveaway has not claimed their prize yet. They have until tomorrow when I post the family budget setup for October. They have until then to contact me, but if they don't contact me by then, I'm going to do another drawing. So go to that link down the description box below if you haven't already entered the giveaway. Enter the giveaway on that video there. It's not too late. And my second announcement, I totally forgot to make this announcement on YouTube, so I'm gonna make an exception. So mystery kits are supposed to, September mystery kits are supposed to expire at midnight tonight, but I'm going to extend it for a few days because I totally forgot to tell you guys that they were available. I did put a posting like on the community tab for YouTube and my Facebook group and my Instagram account, but I didn't make a video to let you know that they were available. So there are two kinds of mystery kits available in the Etsy shop. One is a universal kit and one is the Budget Mom complete pack. Now the universal kit will, and by the way, this pattern is gorgeous. You absolutely won't want to miss this pattern. And it's like, it's not season specific, so you can use it any time of the year like that you feel like using it. So for the universal pack, you get the whole universal pack plus a free exclusive gift that is only available in my mystery kits this month. It won't be available to purchase on the shop. And then for the Budget Mom complete pack, you get the complete pack, the three Budget Mom add-ons plus the free gift, all for the price of just a normal complete pack. So that's quite a deal there. So there are a few left. I think there's 16 left of each. There's 16 universal kits and 16 Budget Mom kits still available. I will leave them up till Friday. After Friday, if there's anything left, I'm just going to take them off, but I have a feeling they're probably going to sell out before Friday. Okay guys, let's close this budget. Okay, so we're going to start today by taking a look at where we spent our money, starting with bills. So we had 3 bills that we paid this week. We put aside $5 for cash. So even though this is a bill, it's also one of our cash envelopes. Some of our bills are cash envelopes because we save money for them week to week, and trash is one of those bills. Next is Alliant Energy, which is the gas for our house. Okay, I am struggling with these little stringy things today. I normally don't have this much of a problem. Okay, so this is also one of those bills where we set aside a little bit each week to pay for it. So we set aside $10 this week to pay for that bill. And the last one was WW for $5. Okay, moving on to debt. So we had a payment for loan number 2 of $142. And then we had a payment for student loans for $73. Moving on to food. We spent $190 on food this week. I'm struggling with food a bit. I've been making my grocery list for next week. Now I've been doing this shopping online thing so I can see my list and calculate like how much things are going to cost. Anyways, I'm having a hard time staying inside that budget. So I might increase that. We'll see. When I set up next month, we'll see if I'm able to increase it or not. A little bit. Okay, gas, we set aside $20. And miscellaneous, we set aside $30. These are all cash envelopes. Spending money, got $45. We ended up putting $30 towards our savings challenge. I'm running out of space. I'm gonna come over here. And then finally, our sinking funds, we put $30 towards sinking funds last week. A lot of these are cash envelopes, and I do a cash envelope stuffing video every Friday. So if you want to see the next one, make sure you come back on Friday. And if you want to see this one, you want to check out last Friday's video. So let's take a look at the monthly budget. So the way my family budgets is we do two budgets. We do a month budget and then we do a week to week. The month are fixed expenses and most of them are covered by my husband's paycheck, David. The week to week expenses are mostly our variable expenses. There are a couple of bills in there, but those are covered by my income, which is from Etsy, YouTube, Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee. I think that's everything. Okay, so David was paid exactly $21.28. That is how much money he's paid every month. It's nice because it's a fixed amount and most of our fixed expenses don't vary or vary only by a slight amount. So we're able to really stay on track in this area. So that's helpful. Okay, starting with Hulu. Hulu didn't come out, which is so weird. Our payment hasn't started yet for Hulu, but I've got Hulu. I'm watching Hulu. So I don't know why they haven't charged us yet, but we got September free. So unless they're going to charge us in the next couple of days, because there were still like 3 days left of September. Student loan came out and I believe it was 73 exactly. Let me double check. Yep, it was exactly 73. So let's see how much our fixed expenses were this month. $2,098. Okay, so we had budgeted $21.28. We spent $2,098, which means we're going to have some extra. Let's see how much extra we have. We have $30 extra. So we are going to put that money towards one of our savings challenges, bringing our budget down to zero. I want to have a place for all of my money. And the savings challenge I'm going to put that towards is my $1,000 cushion for my checking account. We're trying to build a $1,000 cushion in our checking account so that when our account gets low, we have that buffer there. Okay, so moving on to week 4 of our variable expenses. We're going to close out week 4 today, then we're going to finish closing out the whole month, and then tomorrow's video will set up the month of October. Can you believe we're already in October, you guys? Okay, so to start with, this week I did make $507. We did not have any buy me a coffee money this week, so that gives us a total of $507 to work with. Loan number 2 came out and that was $142. Garbage, Alliant Energy, and WW, those were all what we had budgeted, 5, 10, and 5. So altogether that's $162. So 507 minus 162 is 345. Bring that down here to our envelopes. So we actually, for food, we did $190 because we put some of that towards our savings challenge. The same thing with miscellaneous. We only did $30 towards miscellaneous and 20 went to our savings challenges. So 20 plus 10 is 30. So we ended up putting $30 towards our savings challenges this week. 20 went to gas and 45 went to spending. So let's see how much we actually spent on our variable expenses this week. So we spent $285. So 345 minus 285. That leaves us with $60. So I'm bringing that up here to our sinking funds. So we set aside $10 for car maintenance, $5 for car registration, $10 for Christmas, and $5 for vet. So altogether that is $30, which leaves us with $30. We're currently not putting any money towards extra debt because that's not our goal right now. Right now, our goal is our savings challenges. We had $30, which went towards our savings challenges. So we spent a total of $30 in that category, bringing our budget down to zero. Okay, guys, so let's see where our money went this month. These are the worksheets at the back of the month in the in the Budget by Paycheck workbook. There are some worksheets in the back, and we're going to take a look at a few of those. I don't do all of them, but I do the 3 pages of where did my money go. We do the monthly budget category breakdown, the monthly debt and savings breakdown, and then the monthly spending comparison where we compare last month's spending to this month's spending. So let's start with the monthly budget category breakdown. So our starting balance was 0. We always start each month with 0. Our earned income this month was $3,814. Our other income this month was $220. That's amazing. That was all buy me a coffee. Thank you guys so much. That was so awesome. We did have to use some of that to pay for some bills, but most of it went towards our savings challenges. So that was super fun for us. Thank you. Savings use, we actually did not have to use any of our savings this month. So our total monthly inflow would be all of this added together. So let's see what that would be. $4,034. Okay, so now let's take a look at how much we spent in each of these categories. So first, I put the amount that we budgeted for each category, and now we're going to write the amount that we actually spent, and then we're going to calculate the difference. So for our bills, we budgeted for $669. We actually spent $627. So let's see what the difference is there. So that's a difference of $42. So we spent $42 less than we were budgeting for in this category. Okay, next is debt. We budgeted $19.52 and we spent exactly $19.52. So the difference is nothing. For food, we budgeted $800. We ended up spending $760 on food. This number is just like crazy to me. When I first started budgeting, we were budgeting $100 a week, so $400 a month. Clearly, we were probably spending way more than that, but it's just crazy how much money we spend on food. And like I was saying earlier, I feel like we still don't have enough money for groceries. Like I want more. It's a crazy category. Okay, so that's a difference of $40. So we were $40 less than what we originally budgeted there. Gas, we budgeted $60 and we spent $60, so that's a difference of 0. Miscellaneous, we budgeted $200. We ended up spending $110, so that's a difference of $90. So with the food and the miscellaneous, the reason why these are different than what we budgeted is because we use part of the money from here for our savings challenges, and this is the money that went to our savings challenges. So for spending, we budgeted $180. We spent $180, so that's a difference of 0. For savings challenges, we don't budget anything for it, but like I said, we do actually put money into it. Part of the money that went to our savings challenges came from food, miscellaneous, and then the rest came from buy me a coffee. So altogether, we were able to put $180 towards our savings challenges this month. So that's a difference of $180. Okay, and then finally, sinking funds, we budgeted $120, we put $120 in there, so that's a difference of 0. Something I've noticed is as we're going along in these months, and I'm doing this more often, I'm having a lot more of zeros, a lot more, like, the differences aren't as great. So that's really cool. So I think it shows that I'm learning. I'm sticking to my budget and I'm learning the process better. Okay, so now it's time to calculate the percentage of total monthly inflow. So to calculate that, you're going to take this number here in this category, or this column, the monthly spent amount. You take that, you divide it times the total monthly inflow, and then you multiply that times 100 to get your percentage. So 627 divided by 4034 times 100, that's 16%. So that means that 16% of our income went to paying bills. I'm going to go ahead and calculate the rest really quickly, and then I'll come back and tell you how much the percent was for each category. Okay, so let's take a look at all the other categories. 48% of our income went to debt, 19% went to food, 1% went to gas, 3% went to miscellaneous, 4% went to spending, 4% went to our savings challenges, and 3% went to our sinking funds. So I add these all together. They did not equal 100%, they were 98%, but that's okay. For me, this is just to give me a snapshot of where we are and how we're doing, so I don't stress about it being perfect down to 100%. It's totally fine with me. Okay, let's take a look at the monthly debt and savings breakdown. Okay, so starting with the total, with the debt. So you want the total monthly inflow for debt, which is this number here. So that's $4,034. So monthly debt payoff. So here are all of my debts. So for mortgage, oh, let me write these totals down really quickly. Okay, so this is the amount that we put towards each of those categories. So mortgage was $1,335, SUV was $118, student loans was $73, and loan number 2 was more than $142. That's 1 week's worth. We pay it every single week. So let me see how much of what that was. We paid it 3 weeks this month. So $426. So $1,952, that's the total that we had to debt. So to calculate the percent of inflow to debt, you take your monthly debt payoff amount, you divide that by the total monthly inflow, and then you multiply that times 100. So for us, that would be 1952 divided by 4034 times 100. So 48%, which we already did here. So 48% of our income went to debt. So you can also do the percent of category to debt. So if you want to find out like how much of your mortgage of that 48% was mortgage, how much of it was SUV. So to do that, you would take your total divided by the total that you paid off, and then multiply that times 100. So for example, 1335 divided by 1952 times 100, that would give you 68%. So 68% of this 1952 went towards our mortgage. I'm gonna go ahead and calculate the rest real quick. Okay, so 6% went to our SUV, 4% went to our student loans, and 22% went to loan number 2. Okay, let's take a look at our savings. So we had the savings challenge and the sinking funds. So instead of writing the total monthly inflow here, we just write the total monthly income, which was $38.14. The budget mom has explained this. My viewers have explained this to me, but I can't explain it, why we do this versus that, but there is a reason. Okay, so for savings challenges, we ended up spending $180 on savings challenges and $120 on our sinking funds. So altogether, that would be $300. So the total monthly savings was $300. So to calculate the percent of income saved, we're going to take that 300 divided by the 38.14, multiply times 100, and that'll give you the percent. So that is 8%. Okay, so let's calculate what percent of that 300 went to savings and what percent went to our sinking funds. So 180 divided by 300. So 60% went to savings, which means the other 40% should be sinking funds. But I'm going to do the math just to make sure. 120 divided by 300 times 100. Yep, 40% went to savings challenge, sinking funds. So altogether, that's 100%. Okay, it's time to look at the monthly spending comparison. We're going to start by looking at the change in inflow and the change in income. So for inflow this month, we had $40,034, and then we're going to subtract last month's total inflow to get the difference. So last month we had $47.28. So we were down this month by $694. So we had $694 less of inflow to work with. Well, let's take a look at total income. So our income this month was $38.14. And let's see what we made last month. Last month we made $47.28. So that's quite a big difference. 3814. So that's a difference of $914. It's interesting. So we actually made less money this month, a lot less than we did last month. But for some reason, I felt more comfortable this month than last month. I don't know why that is. Maybe we're getting used to our budget. I don't know. I didn't feel really pinched. The only time I really felt pinched this month was when we didn't have money to pay the vet bill. Then we had to take money from our cash envelopes. But that was it. Okay, well let's go ahead and finish. So the monthly inflow change is this amount here. So $694. So we went down by $694. Okay, so we're gonna put the amount that we spent in September and the percent of our budget. And I already did all that work here. So all I have to do is take that information from here, transfer it over to here, and then we can compare the 2 months. So to start with, for bills, for example, we spent $627, and that was 16% of our budget. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest, and then I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so let's take a look at how the money changed in each category. So we ended up spending 2% more of our budget on bills this month. We ended up spending 3% more to debt. We spent 3% less to food and 1% less to gas. We spent 2% less to miscellaneous, and we spent 1% less on spending. We also spent 1% less on our savings challenges. You know, I think I know why these are all down by 1%. It's because we had an extra week the month before, so we had one more week for each of those categories. Okay, and then sinking funds was the percentage was exactly the same. Interesting. So not great variation. Okay, so that is it for the September budget. Come back tomorrow if you want to see how I'm going to set up the October budget. And remember, if the prize winner hasn't claimed her Budget by Paycheck workbook, I will be doing a live drawing in tomorrow's video. So if you've entered that drawing, you definitely want to come back and take a look and see if you won the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.